Hey, Samantha, it's Thomas. Thank you so much for your message and for your very, very kind words. I appreciate what you said, that you really enjoyed Criminal Minds and that Hotch is a favorite, and he's a favorite of mine too. It was a wonderful opportunity to, get to explore a character over, we didn't know, but as it turned out, over many, many seasons and hundreds of episodes. And, that's so unexpected for an actor and such a feast. Most of the time there was great stuff to play. I mean, the writers didn't always, I mean, 22 to 24 episodes a year, it's a factory. I mean, I used to call it making the donuts, because we were stamping them out. And it was pretty quick, eight shooting days per episode. I think that given those circumstances, the show turned out pretty well, I think. And I really appreciate that you say that Hotch deserved more happiness. He tried, and they tried to give him some, but of course, I think everybody likes to see, characters struggle and maybe suffer a little bit, and so they do. Your question about a favorite moment, they were all, while I was directing. I mean, I have some acting ones as well. I think the Chuckle Gray scene was a lot of fun to do, because Stephen Culp, who plays the opposing attorney, is an old friend of mine. We've known each other for years and years, decades, and so that was really, really cool. But another favorite moment was working on the Derek episode, which was, I think, season 11, episode 16, something like that. And it was Shamar's kind of send-off. There were 3 episodes to sort of, wrap up the Derek Morgan character at that point. And I drew a very great, a wonderful episode that Breen Fraser wrote, and I had a great time working on it. And it was just full of lots of wonderful moments. In one particular, there was a scene, a flashback scene to the late 70s, I think it would have been, maybe early 80s, to Chicago, when Shamar, the Derek Morgan character, has been picked up from school. He's gotten sick at school, and he's picked up by his dad, who's on duty as a cop in Chicago, and they're driving home, and they both witness this mugging going on as they approach it. And the dad says, keep your head down. I'm gonna get out and see what I can do. And of course, he gets shot and killed. But everything about that scene, just the spot in downtown LA that we could use to, I think they digitally erased one building, but in order to make it look like Chicago in the 70s. But it was great. I loved directing, and it was a really very gratifying experience for me. So was I always going to be Hotch? When I first read the pilot, they were looking for a Jason Gideon, or actually his name was Jason Donovan at the time. And I thought he was great, because he was also, as Jeff Davis wrote it, when a pilot is written for an ensemble show, there's usually one character that's much more fleshed out than the rest of them. And that was the Jason Donovan, Jason Gideon character. So I really, really, I really enjoyed, reading it, and I called my agent and I said, the Jason Donovan character. He goes, oh no, they want somebody older for that, and they're talking about Mandy. And I had worked with Mandy before, and I was like, oh man, that's I know that particular kettle of fish. And he said they want you to play Hotchner, and I was like, well, there's not much on the page that gives you any idea of who Hotchner was. But I thought, what, with a completely blank slate, I could create a great character. And I like the fact that he was going to be, he and his wife were expecting their first child, and so I don't know if you've heard the story, but I told it before. But during the pilot, one of the producers came to me and said, we're afraid that you're playing Hotchner too dark, and we already have our dark character, meaning the Jason Gideon character. And I said, well, I said it was that the work was very dark, and that what interested me about this particular character was, his the tension between his trying to, go to the dark places that the job required, and then leaving that at the office and being the best, dad and husband he could be when he got home, and that's going to, the push pull there is really interesting to me. So, but they already had their dark character. Anyway, also, Samantha, answer your phone. Samantha, it might be the BAU. They might be calling you in. Answer your phone. Is that good? Samantha, it's SSA Hotchner. Answer your phone. Thank you very much. I hope that was good. Take care. Bye.